Good morning. Good morning. I would like to call this Community Development Committee meeting to order. Due to some members who are not in attendance today pursuant to Rule 12F of Council Rules, Council President Brady has appointed Council Member Conwell as a member pro term of this Community Development Committee. Madam Chair, please call the roll.
Mr. Hairston?
Here.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Mr. Brady?
Here.
Ms. Simon? Ms. Simon is absent. Mr. Gallagher? Mr. Gallagher is absent. Ms. Conwell?
Here.
We have a quorum, and I'd like the record to reflect that Mr. Miller is in attendance.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can I have a motion to excuse the absence?
So moved.
Second.
All right, the motion has been moved and seconded. Any public comment related to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chair, but we have to have a final vote on the move to excuse the absence.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. No public comment. Approval of the minutes from February 23rd. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
The motion has been moved and properly second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. All right. Item 5.
One abstain. I wasn't here.
Item 5.
Resolution 2015-0038, a resolution supporting the application of the Chesler Group Incorporated to Ohio Development Services Agency for Ohio Historic Preservation Tax Credits for restoration of Stager Beckwith Mansion located at 3813 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Anyone like to speak to this?
All right, Mr. Chair, this is a resolution for Ohio tax credits for the moving of the Cleveland Children's Museum, which is presently located at University Circle area. Some development is happening over there, so the Steiger Beckwith Manor would like to move the Children's Museum there. But in order for that project to continue, this is a resolution that needs to occur for the preservation tax credits. The deadline is March 30th. Without the tax credits, we cannot move forward with the project. The Children's Museum, as many people know, over 100,000 visitors a year attend. It is something that we've had in our community for some time, and this would also stop some blight that is happening at the mansion. The mansion is a historic building, and we have Mr. Daniel Budish here to answer any questions or to speak further on anything that I do not know. He is the project manager on this project.
Hit the button.
Thank you. So I can give you some background on the project for your benefit. So as the councilwoman said, this is for the renovation of the Stager Beckwith Mansion at 3813 Euclid Avenue. We feel that this is a great project for the county. First of all, it will be an investment and rehabilitation of this historic landmark building. The Stager Beckwith Mansion has been home to the University Club and more recently Myers University, which went out of business in 2008. The building has been vacant since 2009, and there's been significant water damage from sprinkler breaks and roof leaks in the building. We would like to stabilize the building and do a full renovation of the building for the Cleveland Children's Museum. As the councilman stated, the Children's Museum is going to be moving from its current location, which is slated for demolition, into the Stager Beckwith Mansion. It's more than doubling of the size of the exhibits for the Children's Museum, so it will be a great expansion for them, and they will be able to expand their offerings and attract more people from the region. The building, as it's 66,000 square feet, will also be able to act as a hub of children's services. There are office spaces in the building that can be the office for the Children's Museum, and they're also talking to several other potential tenants for that space. And it's going to be a $9.5 million investment on this area of Euclid, which is kind of in between that University Circle and downtown. It's the Health Tech Corridor. It's a great location for them. It's right on the Health line, so it's accessible from both east side, west side, and accessible by public transportation. In terms of how we're going to get this project done, the historic tax credits are an integral part of our sources. We are applying from the state of Ohio to attract these credits to Cuyahoga County. So all we're asking is for a resolution of support for this project from the council. A resolution provides additional points on the application, which will make us competitive in the process. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bush. Any questions from the committee? Mr. Miller?
First, I'd like to congratulate you on this very significant project, which should enhance the significance of the Children's Museum in Greater Cleveland. And my question is, if you could say a little bit about what the other sources of funding are besides the historic tax credits.
Well, we're applying for state credits. We will be doing the federal credit program as well. And then the Children's Museum is undergoing a capital campaign right now where they're seeking pledges and donations from members of the community and foundations.
And what would be the projected start and completion date?
So we would be beginning as soon as we receive, hopefully, the tax credit award at the end of June. So June, July would be our targeted start date. And then we would be aiming to complete at least a phase 1 portion by the fall of 2016.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Brady?
Mr. Chairman, it's Mr. Bush?
Yes.
Sounds familiar. The other thing that looks familiar, but I want to, the Chesler Group, is that Michael Chesler?
It is.
Okay. Well, Michael Chesler is my wife's first cousin, and I don't think he's even bought me a cup of coffee. He's a very nice guy, though. But I don't know by our rules or by Greenspan rules whether that means that I'm, I may have to refrain from voting for this just for that reason. But I'd love to see those old buildings. I wish we had a lot more of those homes left. So sounds like a good deal. I knew his mother a lot better.
Yeah, she was a great person.
Yes.
Well, you can let them know that he's in. Okay. He's come to me.
Any other questions from the committee?
And I apologize if it's already been asked, but what is the overall cost of the project?
It'll be approximately $9.5 million.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I would just like to add that I did tour the site to see its present condition, and it was just amazing. Even though there's a lot of damage, there's still some wonderful character in there, and I hadn't been since, goodness, it's been closed for about 8 years now, and it's just amazing how buildings sit up, and they have all that beauty in there, and they just deteriorate because of the weather conditions. So it would just do us all proud to have something viable in that district again.
Thank you. Just like to add that the Children's Museum, I've been there for many, many, many birthday parties. I've taken my family there many times over the years, and it's just a great place in our community. And to see this be relocated, not just simply shut down during that period of time, is always great. And I support this 100%. I ask the committee members to do so as well. If there are no further questions, I'll accept a motion on this item.
Second?
The motion has been moved and properly second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Hairston,
Yes.
is this going for second reading or second reading suspension?
Second reading for suspension.
Okay.
All right, it has been approved. We have one abstain. Remember to put Dan on there. It has been moved and properly second, and it has received the affirmative vote. Any other final comments on this before we move on? Yvonne? All righty. Item number 6. Any miscellaneous business? No? Any other public comment?
No, Mr. Chair, no one has signed in.
All right, thank you. This meeting is adjourned.